proved it to everyone, and we done watched her since she grew up as a child. Why can't they give us something like that? Why we gotta have this and he going into a hidden ass dark hole where these guys right here is always around and all of them up in there pokey with each other, but then he's supposed to be the head figure of our whole nationalism of a planet as being divine and in touch with God. And I just showed you the ex saying, yeah, I showed you how in touch with me he is. I got plans for Popey Wopey. Because it's ridiculous what we've let happen. All the Vietnam stuff, all the World War I, World War II, World War III, all of the freaking Planned Parenthood pregnancies, abortions and interruptions that's going on, all of these corrupt hospitals that won't pass the right literature out to people to tell them how to eat right so that you won't have to keep running into it. And then the insurance scam as to where you can't even get seen in a hospital unless you have insurance. And of course, insurance, everybody can't afford. So now you got a system of capitalism that encourage the freaking bad health of some of the citizens. And then, of course, they targeted at the people who they won't give jobs to. And I'm one of the people. Now, here I am to kick it with you like this, and you know for a fact you hear intelligence coming out of me. And I'm saying, why is it that I don't have nobody looking at my videos at all? I mean, no one is interested in hearing the stuff that I have to say. And it's like, I just can't believe that. What is going on with that? Well, my mind says, well, I'm sure that at least there should be 25 people who watch all your videos, and you got like 400 videos, so you should at least be up to about 9,000 or 10,000. So maybe they can't count. Because, I mean, it's not garbage. Sometimes you say profanity and shit, but you be saying some real heavy-duty shit. You know that because you watch it yourself. And you probably done watched it 150,000 times yourself, so somebody can't count. Real simple. But it don't matter because I'm not out here for hits. I just use that as a way to point out my disapproval of these people being in charge of everything, because you'll always be bombarded and stagnated by their inability to make things flow in a manner consistent with reciprocity and balance, because you don't even see a woman nowhere. And she is the source of everything and the end of everything. So when you eradicate her, you just fucked everything up. And that's why everything is fucked up, because they eradicated her altogether. And even right here, you can see her. That they even going to have to pass through her to go into the building so they can pokey with each other. And it's really sad that it's like that. It really, and don't think for one second that all these men is hid up in this building right here without being fags. You know they being fags. You know it. Now come on, look at that. Look at the wealth. Look at the wealth. And they have all this going on and you don't see women nowhere. That's how much they despise women. And then you can see the woman naturally showing you her, I have to be involved just by a universal principle. How dare you say that I can't be invited? I mean, you can't even have a house to go into if you don't have a hole. And then you see the holes popping up all over the planet showing them, I'll swallow you up in my pussy as soon as I get ready to. But they too, you know, all the gay shit with each other, and they destroyed the whole planet. Stole all the money, talking about reciprocity. They selfish, greedy as hell. And I keep badgering your asses, so when you walk your ass in there still worshiping with Bishop Blake this Sunday, you know for a fact you're a damn idiot. Look at it. A procession of faggot stuff. Look. And all the wealth of the world. Look at them. And let's all come. All of them got on dresses with pink ribbons. Okay? This is ridiculous. Look. Look at it. And look at him. Look at the evil. And don't tell me you can't see that. And he said its purpose from the beginning has not really been to save the souls of their faithful, but as a financial institution to protect the riches accumulated almost for 2,000 years. And let me tell you something. It's been longer than that. It's been longer than that. 2,000 years is when they took power to start taking control of the calendar and wrote themselves in and wrote everybody out. So we know it's been 2,000 years since they really got empowered and started to implement shit that will be abiding only to them. Because as you see, the light ships is here and get ready. Razor they ass. Know that. Know that for a fact. But what I'm saying to you is that from 2,000 years ago, it's only 2012 now, we can see them being in power. And they didn't just pop out their mama ass being in power. They had to work. They had to fight us. They had to fight our asses forever. We didn't just lay down and let their ass take our shit. Even if they do throw what happened away, they had to fight our ass forever. And the only reason why they beat us is because sellout niggas like Bishop Blake, T.D. Jake, Fred Price, Creflo Dollar that started helping preach bad propaganda to people to start dividing people. And when they divided us into small sectors of people, they came in with a big collection of Semites, black and whites mixed together, and conquered all our asses. It turned everybody into freaking white loving Jesus Christians, or freaking Catholics, or dumbass Muslims. And this is what they get out of the deal. All this wealth. It says, if you want to call it business, company, or world government, it's not important. And in this field, the Vatican is one of the main enemies of some of the world's most powerful secret societies. And it is from there where the battles struggle is originated between the Vatican and the Pope and Freemasonry. All right, now listen. They all joined forces together to enslave the world. Since they've enslaved the world, they've been going through their little thing about fighting, inside contesting wars with each other to see who's going to actually run things. Okay? So this is the way it is. They've been actually fighting with each other, shooting projectiles and all kinds of shit. They haven't been dropping no bombs out of the sky. And it would have been World War III already. The only thing is the UFOs been laying their ass down all on the ocean, sinking them and everything, just like I've been telling you guys. Destroying their military, saying to them, no, you're not. No, you are not. Sit your ass down and don't even come out here with that garbage, because it's time on for that white man terrorist bullshit around the planet. Now, Freemasonry was these white people who murdered us black people after we taught them how to build all these structures. We got the information from the light. That's the reason why you see the lights making the pyramid geometric formation and the camera with me, to show you the origination of all these pyramids on the earth was the melanated man and his inner action with the knowledge that he can perceive from the sunlight. Now, the person greater to perceive knowledge from the sun on this earth is the melanated woman. There is no person on this planet that can have a better union with the sun than the female melanated woman, because she is the one from which the sun herself put its medium here on earth to be responsible for the regeneration of the human, H-U-E-M-A-N, wombed man, not just man, that's European shit. So it could go to wombed man is the way it goes, or the wombed human. You can't just leave the womb part off like they try to do. You can't do that. That's why we went so bad. Because they tried to push the woman out the picture and make her don't be anything. Because of that greed, they will push the thing that they come from. Now, how you going to have any consideration of any materialism if you overlook the materialism that's your origin of initiation? And it's these idiots that have been dropping bombs on the earth and poisoning the women with bad propaganda, bad food, drugs, tobacco, alcohol. And it's not the black man that is responsible for that. It is the white man, and it is the Pope, and it is all these stupid ass religions. And the black man has always been nothing but an accessory to his ass and his crimes all over the planet. Look at the richness. Look at the wealth. Look at it. And all men. CIA. Look. Everywhere. CIA. See, and this supposed to be religion, or is it politics? Look at the money. Look at him. Got to have somebody holding him up. Paying homage to the sun. When he put both his hands up like that, he didn't wave. He did not wave. He paid homage to the sun. That's what I do to the sun. I know what he did. And then he's riding around in this that I've showed you is a SAR. And it has nothing to do with being protected with the actual materialism of enclosure. It means that the enclosure is the 7 cosmic forces. See, he have to give you a material enclosure to protect itself. Man-made materialism. I don't need that shit. I don't need that. I already know that. If I didn't have this type of protection around me just from the universe, I'd already be dead. You all know that. I believe that those police tried to kill me one day when that plastic projectile hit my truck. I believe that they were really trying to kill me that day, but they don't understand. I am a time traveler. I'm the real deal. And the ones that did that shit, they messed up so bad, because when I get their ass in that spaceship and they're going to show me the video and they're going to say, these is the guys, these are the ones who plotted that shit, and they actually tried to do it. Here go all the proof right here, because that's how we are. I tell you, we live in the light. You can't do anything because the light is dark and bright. So there's nothing that could be done that would not get seen. That's what you guys don't understand. But you're going to understand that. So now here he is. He got to go make him one. Okay, now as I said, the church always been infiltrated by Freemasonry, and in some of the most positions in this last decades has been in the hands of the Freemasons. For example, the Patriarch of the Holy See, Cardinal Augustine B. Juan, whatever they call it. Also the Cardinal Sebastian, whatever, President of Congregation of Bishops, is a congregation very important of bishops. Well, yeah, the bishops are always the launching of the medium that's connecting all the people to the whole really conglomerate of all of this bullshit brainwash. They are so responsible for having the interlaced arms that go throughout the whole world. They have little bishop meetings and everything, and all of this shit is where they in their little secret societies. Even the Bishop Blake, T.D. Jakes, all of them, you'll see them all hanging out in the Vatican with this bullshit pedophilia. All of them. And it's sad. And I don't care if they get mad. I don't have no love for them at all. They're responsible for the genocide of Detroit. Do you see any of them coming out there enraged and upset about the conditions that I'm enraged and upset about, when I can see the mistreatment of not just the melanated people, all people around the planet? But when you get slapped right in your face, when you see them deliberately destroying whole cities of people, and your ass sitting around ain't got nothing to say about it, as long as you got something to eat at home, and you sitting up being worshipped by a group of people, and your ass is responsible for a large group of people that has power, and then you behind that, you in control of that, and you're going to go see the maker, and he's going to say to you, so why didn't you do something when you had all these people following you? And Minister Farrakhan is one too. I don't ever say nothing about them, because you know what? I ain't going to say shit. They all know their day is coming, and I got a big enough job just dealing with the Christians, but they know all the Nation of Islam, all the wealth that they have and everything. You don't hear his ass out saying anything either. If they are one of another cult type group, as to where if you are not a part of them, they don't care about you. And I know this for a fact, because I was in a lot of those centers where you try to have a congregation with them, and you try to build up and have some serious energy, sustainment coming in this and that, but it don't be there. You can see the commercialism. You can see the same type of operation where you start at a certain time and leave at a certain time. That bullshit, the lady sit on one side, the man sit on another side, that disturbed me more than anything, because I believe that the union of a man and woman is something that was given by the universe. And the fact that you leave home together and you live in your house together, and then when you come to the place that is supposed to teach togetherness, for some reason, one of the criteria there is that you immediately separate and become oppositional. I ain't got time for that bullshit. Miss me with that. I can stay home with my wife, and me and her won't have nothing in our minds about trying to ever be separated, where we go somewhere and listen to somebody, and the first thing they do is put us on different corners where we become opposition. Now, if you're not smart enough to see that, it's something wrong with you. Okay, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that. But see, this shit right here is what got us like that, because as you can see, there's all men here. And so somewhere there's a place with all women there. So right away you can see the connection. Okay, right away. But anyway, back to this. Him riding in his car with this enclosure around him so somebody can't bust a cap in his ass.